I think what is very clear, if you see the WTO report yesterday, they spoke about a 3% dip in global trade this year, a fall of 3%, which is massive because the global trade in goods is about $33 trillion out of $110 trillion global GDP. $33 trillion is shipped at least to one country, if not to multiple countries in the supply chain in the processing part. The second big part came in with IMF today raising an issue saying that tariffs will lead to slower growth. Very interesting. Yesterday, Vikram, Bank of Canada, while holding interest rates despite inflation falling, they gave two scenarios. So, like our sell side brokerages give a base and a best case and a worst case, or companies these days. We saw some airlines in the US giving 2 to 3 outcomes. Yesterday, a central bank gave two outcomes. That one, if 10% gets settled, then what is the slowdown like? And if it's 25% with China, then the kind of recession that will set in globally. Bank of Canada had very interesting, outline on that. So
Yes.
our finance minister is merely assessing the same situation globally. Where we get off in India is that being a hugely domestic consumption economy, that saves us. But we are resilient but not insulated. Like we saw in 2008,
Yes.
up to a limit, we can hold our own. But then, thanks to the linkage with the global financial capital,
Yes.
the contagion comes into our economy as well.
Exactly.
So she spoke about flexibility as well as domestic investments. As far as the private capex goes,
Yes.
that has been on a declining curve because we have a huge output gap in the economy. What that means is you have a factory which can make 100 goods a day. You're already running at 80 goods or 75 goods. So you are not going to set up a new factory to make 100 goods more
Yes.
until you at least reach 90, 91 kind of a struggle.
Yes.
And then if you have this exports going off, or you have a global slowdown in goods trade, then all the more reason
No
that business
incentive.
sentiment gets
Yes.
impacted. So I think whoever was going to invest also is postponing by 3 to 6 months,
Yeah.
that let's get some more clarity on the global picture.
Yes.
Because if the US sneezes, despite all our resilience, we won't be fully insulated. Some contagion will come into India as well.
Yes.